Hello and welcome to the channel, ladies and gents. Welcome to my Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead review. I'm going to talk as non-spoilery as possible. If I do touch on spoilers, I will give you fair warning. But I think there's enough to really dive into here without getting into spoilers, to be honest. Excuse the fact you got to look at my face. Why? Because Netflix loves to copyright stuff, so I can't show any footage. Thanks. And sorry. That's actually a sincere apology. So, this film was interesting. It's like 2 hours, 20 minutes. Wasn't expecting it to be that long, but in fairness, I should have. And the reason being, like, that's typical Netflix runtime. Do they leave their films long? I don't know why either. Because there's some of this which you could definitely trim the fat off. So for a runtime, surprising, because it didn't need to be that long. Now, all in all, did I enjoy this film? It was alright. It's an alright zombie film. It's not great, but it's an alright zombie film. It's a good Netflix film. So hopefully that'll give you a good barometer or gauge of kind of how I'm looking at this film and how I'm judging it. Dave Bautista in this was great. I really like him as an actor. I've long thought that he was really, really good. Very underrated, actually. And in this, he was good. He's showing his chops again. I liked him ever since Blade Runner 2049. They did like a prequel short film where he was sort of milling about as his character in Blade Runner 2049. He's really good. He's really good in this. There was a whole bunch of other people which I'm not hugely familiar with, so I just have to read them off. There was a woman called Ella Purnell who played Dave Bautista's daughter. Good actress. I actually quite enjoyed her, and she had some good comedic chops. We had Omari Hardwick. Good, fine. Ana de la Guerra. One of the sort of mercenaries. Again, good, reasonable. Like, everyone does a pretty good job. Let's put it that way. It's not a standout. And you got Tig Notaro. It's Tig Notaro. If you don't like her, you're not going to like her. She's pretty semi-insufferable in this. So, what's the story? You've seen the trailer. Pretty much is that story, isn't it? It's group are hired to go and grab, $50 million from the vault in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is home to Ground Zero, and there you go. That's the story. They have to go in, get the money, get out. I really, 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 really liked the guy who played. I'm looking for his name here. Matthias Schreidhofer, who played Dieter. Really enjoyed him. He's the German guy who you'll see over here on this poster. I actually liked him a lot more than I thought I would, because I looked at the trailer and I was like, oh, this guy's going to be annoying as hell. Now, really good character. There's some good characterization in this. There's some wasted characterization. There is a weird love story that comes out of nowhere. Like, I'm talking third act, boom. I love you. I'm like, what? Why did you include this, Zach? Really dumb. Left field, didn't make any sense, super lame. Zeus, the head alpha, patient zero for the zombie. Good in his first appearance. Not so good later down the line. Wears a really dumbass helmet. Looks dumb. Prosthetics. Again, like, when we first see him, because we see him in the past, and then we see him in the future, obviously present day in terms of the story. He was better in the past. I enjoyed him better in the past than I did in this. There's a wider story at play, which I'll get to in spoilers, which I'll give you fair warning to. Look, overall, it was a pretty decent story. It actually acts more as a prequel story than anything else to Zack Snyder's other zombie film. It's essentially a prequel to that, not a sequel, which I thought was quite interesting. I had the leaked script for this, and they kept some elements of it. Which again I'll get on to into spoilers. Pacing, it does suffer due to the 2 hours 20 minutes. Music's really, really good. Zack Snyder has a habit of doing way too much slow-mo. Look, if you like Zack Snyder, you'll love this film, because it's a good Zack Snyder film. Way too much slow-mo though. Way too much. And in like really weird, pointless places that didn't. I was like, yeah, I could do without this. Could just speed up a little bit. CGI tigers, fine. Looked fine, I guess. Again, like, it's a Netflix film. You sort of give some of it a pass as a result of that. But all in all, yeah, pretty enjoyable. You might want to take a break when you watch it. 2 hours, 20 minutes of this film, because the pacing isn't that great, does suffer from it just a little bit. But again, I didn't hate it. I had a relatively good time watching it. If I had to give it a score out of 10, I don't know, 5.5 to 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's just not particularly great either. So it's a fine film. Not a strong recommendation from me. I'm sure a lot of people will be watching this when it comes out on Netflix. And I also think when you watch it on Netflix, it'll feel like a better film. So take from that what you will, ladies and gents. But let's get on to spoilers now. Because there are some spoilers that I want to go into, actually. I've just realised. Sorry, I duped you at the start of this review. I said we won't touch on any. We will. We will. Spoiler warning! Hey! Spoiler warning. It's implied that it's all aliens. Didn't like that. It's implied that it's aliens. We open the film with soldiers carrying a payload. And, again, it's about as subtle as a brick to the face. They're called the Four Horsemen. That's their... That, ladies and gents, is their code name. Four Horsemen, come in, base. Four Horsemen. Like, come on. Anyway, they're carrying a payload. And they start... We see the soldiers in the truck talking about what it is, where they've come from. They come from Area 51. It's implied that it's aliens. Or at least a government conspiracy to make stuff. But I think it's aliens, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And this whole thing is started, and it's Zeus. Zeus is Patient Zero, implied. The whole thing is started, ladies and gents, because some like Las Vegas hooker and a dude get married, and they head to Las Vegas. And the hooker gives this guy a blowy in the car. Bearing in mind, you would not lose... Like, I don't care if that like blowjob is like the best thing in the world, right? From experience, you're not going to lose track of a car when you're driving having that done to you. You're just not. And if you do, what's wrong with you? Like, come on. Like, it, you know, that would be like the holy grail of blowies otherwise. Like, no one's that good, alright? People are good, but not that good. Anyway, talking way too much about that right now. Loses control of the car, crashes into the soldiers, because they apparently don't realise that there's a car, massive bright headlights oncoming. Real dumb. No, Zach. Someone should arrange you in there, mate. That sucked dick. Real bad. It sucked more dick than the woman giving the guy a blowy. Do you see what I mean? Baha. Anyway, that's what sets the whole thing off. That's Zeus. It looked really good there. I thought he looked much better there. He's an army guy. Implied that it's aliens. Anyway, later down the line, there's zombie babies. Yep. Zeus has got a queen and he's got a zombie baby. Yep. Inside the queen that he's like, yes. And then that queen dies. Because there's like a weird government conspiracy to go grab Patient Zero or to make more. Because that's a WMD or whatever. Again, super lame. That stuff is super lame. And because his queen gets her head cut off, Zeus finds the body. That's what sets the whole thing in motion with like an army of zombies. But because he finds the body, he then takes the body back to his base camp, rips the baby out, and it's all like weird and blue and glowing. And I'm like, right, okay, yeah, so it's basically aliens. It's aliens, guys. It's aliens. Nah, I don't like that. Thought that was lame. Thought that was really lame. Anyway, they do get out. They don't get any money. Most of them die. And because most of them die, and because most of them get out and then they spread the infection, that is basically what... This is the prequel to the other movie. Why is it? Because they blast Las Vegas. Las Vegas is destroyed. So this is a prequel to those movies. It's fine. Just not great. It's a good Zack Snyder film. But you have to really like Zack Snyder to go, this is an amazing film. It's a fine zombie movie. I like some of the characters and stuff like that, and it was an enjoyable watch, but yeah, it could have been better. Like, it could have been much better. But not bad. Like, not bad to kill 2.5 hours, basically, but it's 2.5 hours of my life I'm not going to get back. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Thanks so much. Take care.